You already know what is a set. Set is well-defined collection of objects. It is a well-defined. The word well-defined is very important. Well-defined collection of objects. Now from sets we move to the Cartesian product. Cartesian product is the set of all possible ordered pairs from A to B. The set A to the set B, we need two sets. Now from Cartesian product we are going to extend. Next one is the relations. From relations we will move on to functions. This is the order. Let us see what is a relation. Relation is denoted by R, sometimes S. R is a subset of this A cross B. Suppose if I denote this Cartesian product as A cross B, R is a subset of A cross B. That means, suppose if I say the set A is 1, 2 and set B is 3 and 5. What is A cross B? You all know to find A cross B. What is A cross B? 1, 3, 1, 5, then 2, 3, 2, 5. So we have written all the ordered pairs, isn't it? From A to B, all the ordered pairs we have written. That is your A cross B. Now I am going to define a relation here R from this. It should be from A cross B. So the relation is and first number is an odd number. First one, the first element is odd. It is from A cross B. The first element is odd. Will you write all the elements now? First element is odd. That means what will you write? You will write 1, 3 and 1, 5. Isn't it? That's all you will write. 1, 3, 1, you cannot write 2, 3 because I have defined the relation as the first element is odd. So this is called as a relation. So it is a subset of A cross B and there is some relation. We have defined a relation here. The first element is odd. So in this ordered pair 1, 3, the first element is odd. 1, 5, the first element is odd. I cannot write 2, 3 because the first element is even. So this is called as a relation. So relation is a subset of the Cartesian product. Okay, it is just a subset. Now there is something called as the domain of a relation. So the domain is, this is a set R. The domain is the first elements. Which are the first elements? What are the first elements? What is the first element here? 1. Only 1. The first element is 1, isn't it? Here also 1, here also 1. So domain is 1. The range is the second element. Second element is 3 and 5. So what is the domain in a relation? All the first elements. Range is all the second elements. There is something called the codomain. The codomain is the set B. What is a set B? In this case both are same. What is a set B? They may not be same always. Set B is your codomain. Domain, range. So domain is set of all first elements of the relation and the range is set of all second elements and the codomain is the set B. You are going to learn something called as an empty relation and universal relation. A set A. Suppose the set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I am going to define a relation. The relation R is from A to A. It is defined from A to A cross A. Now the relation I am going to define here is the set of all the ordered pair. I am going to write all the ordered pair, but one condition. The difference is A minus B is 10. I'll take it as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just take the set A as 1, 2 and 3. Now Let us write here set A. It is from A cross A to A. The set A is defined, R is defined from A to A itself. So 1, 2, 3. Set A is 1, 2, 3. So you know the ordered pairs 1, 1. Now what will you write here? The relation R. I will not write 1, 1. Can I write 1, 1 here? What is the condition I have given? A minus B should be equal to 10. Is 1 minus 1 10? Is 1 minus 1 equal to 10? No. Yeah, I cannot write that. Can I write 1, 2? No. Can I write 1, 3? Cannot write 2, 1. I cannot write 2, 2. I cannot. Right. So this is empty relation. This is called as an empty relation. Nothing is there. Isn't it? This is an empty relation. We are not able to take any element from here. So this is called as an empty relation. So we know what a relation is. Now this is an empty relation. Now suppose if I define R, the difference is always greater than or equal to 0. Now tell me, what are the ordered pairs? If I write 1, 1, the difference is 0. I can write 1, 1. Yes. 1, 2. The difference is 1 minus 1. That's why I get the modulus here. Difference is only the magnitude. I am asking only the magnitude. So can I write 1, 2? Yes. Can I write 1, 3? Yes. Can I write 2, 1? The difference is greater than 0. Can I write 2, 2? Yes. 2, 3? The difference is 1. It's greater than 0 only is the condition. 3, 1? Yes. Because the difference is 2. Is greater than 0. 3, 2 I can write. 3, 3 I can write. This is actually A cross A itself. The relation is giving you the full A cross A. So this is called as the universal relation. You know what is an empty relation? When there is nothing in there, then it is called as the empty relation. When the A cross A, see I told you R, the relation is a subset of A cross A. If it is equal to A cross A, then we call that as a universal relation. When the relation is an empty, nothing is there, then we say it is an empty relation. So you should know what is empty relation and universal relation. Together they are called as trivial relations. Okay. Now, apart from this empty and universal relation, we are going to learn equivalence relation. So equivalence relation, for that a relation should be reflexive. I'll tell you what it is. A relation should be a reflexive relation. It should be a symmetric relation, and it should be transitive. If a relation is all the three, it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then we say that a relation is equivalence. Suppose if I say, I'll take a set A as 1, 2. So what are the elements of A cross A? 1, 1, 1, 2, then 2, 1, 2, 2. Now reflexive is for all the elements of A, elements of the set A belongs to the set A. For all the elements A belong to the set A should be there in R. See, for example, look at this example here. First element is 1. Check whether 1, 1 is there. Is it there in this? Yes. 2, 2, is it there? Yes. So for every element you have to check. Is 1, 1 is there? Yes. 2, 2 is there? Yes. Then we say relation is reflexive. For all A belongs to A belongs to R, then we say the relation is reflexive. So this is reflexive. Now what is symmetric? If AB belongs to R, if you can take AB in R, then BA should also be there in R. Then only we can say it is symmetric. AB belongs to R. So let's take AB 1, 2. Do you have 2, 1 here? This just the reverse order should be there. If I take 3, 4, the reverse order is 4, 3. 4, 3 should be in R. Then we say the relation is symmetric. If you say A is the brother of B, B is the brother of A, then we say the relation is symmetric. If you say A is, suppose if you have a sister and brother, so this is A, this is B. Now A is the sister of B, but can you say B is the sister of A? B is, can you say the same relation from the other side? See, read here, the sister and brother. No. So this is not symmetric. If it is symmetric, A is related to B, B should be related to A. Then only we can say the relation is symmetric. Now what is transitive? Transitive is, if again the if condition, AB and BC belongs to R, A, B and BC belongs to R, then AC should be there in R. Then only we can say the relation is transitive. See, if I take 1, 2, just take 1, 2. What is the element starting with the 2? Take an element starting with the 2 from here, 2, 1. Correct? See, 1, 2. Take the next element starting with the 2. So it is 2, 1. Now check the first and the last. Cancel this. So 1, 1. Is 1, 1 there in this? Yes. So there we say the relation is transitive. A belongs to A should be there in R. Okay, that is called reflexive. A should be there in R. If AB belongs to R, the reverse order BA should be there in R. Transitive is if AB and BC, both the things should be there, then the first and the last AC should be there in R. That is called transitive. Now one more thing you should know, what about this empty relation? This is an important note. Empty relation is not reflexive. It is not reflexive. Why it is not reflexive? From empty relation you cannot take any element. So empty relation is not reflexive because nothing in that relation to take it is not reflexive, but we say it is symmetric. I'll tell you why. It is symmetric and also it is transitive. It is symmetric and also it is transitive. Why it is symmetric? See, the condition is there. If AB belongs to R, only then we can say BA belongs to R, isn't it? If the condition is if you are able to choose, you are not able to choose anything. So the condition is not there. That means we cannot prove it is not symmetric. How do you say it is not symmetric? If AB belongs to R, BA is not in R, then we say it is not symmetric. How do you say it is symmetric? If AB belongs to R, then BA belongs to R, then we say it is symmetric. When will you say it is not symmetric? If AB belongs to R, BA is not in R. If AB belongs to R, BA is not in R, then we say it is not symmetric. You are not able to prove it is not symmetric here because you are not able to take that AB. The condition if AB, that condition itself is not there. So we are not able to prove it is not symmetric. So it is taken as symmetric. The same way, the next one, the if condition, if AB belongs to, can you take AB from here? Only if you take, you can say it is transitive or not, isn't it? So we are not able to take. If you are not able to take, then we say it is transitive. So the if condition is not there. We are not able to prove it is not transitive. That means it is transitive. So these two very important. Empty relation is not reflexive, but it is symmetric and it is transitive. What about the universal relation? You know the universal relation, the full set. The universal relation is everything. It is reflexive, it is symmetric, and it is transitive. So universal relation is everything. So if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then we say the relation as equivalence relation. So when will you say a relation is equivalence? When it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it is an equivalence relation. So the universal relation is equivalence relation. Single element. Suppose if you have only one element in a relation, suppose if I have only one element A, B, single element, then we say not reflexive. It is not reflexive because if you cannot take A comma A belongs, if it is A and A, fine. So it is not reflexive here. It is not symmetric because AB is there. If AB is not, then we say it is symmetric. If AB, if you cannot take AB from there, then we say we are not able to take, so it is symmetric. But you are able to take AB. AB is there, but do you have BA? No. So it is not symmetric. Is a transitive. Transitive, when will you say if AB and BC, BC is not there, isn't it? The condition itself is not there. The if condition, if AB and BC, you are not able to take AB and BC. So we are not able to prove it is not transitive. So therefore it is transitive. So singleton relation is only transitive. It is not reflexive. It is not symmetric, but it is transitive.